Hello. Good morning. How is everybody today? Good. Alright, we're gonna do some Starfield today. Good. All on the side. Alright. Alright. Ooh, sheet. Man. So, I uploaded a video on my YouTube. I got my base running. Finally. Got some aluminum. What'd we get? Aluminum, beryllium, helium, and I got iron. I got copper on another planet that I'm gonna work on that. Maybe today. I gotta set up another base. I had to set up 2 bases though. One's for just iron. If I can find a different iron spot, I'll do that. Then I did some quests and stuff last night. After I ended the video, I stayed on for a while. I was having a lot of fun with it. I've been opening up more and more stuff on the game, so it feels like it's finally getting there. I was just in the middle of doing some side quests and stuff. I joined the 3-Star Rangers. Kind of like
You really got
space
through
pop.
it. You know, I went to chef's
I'll go
school.
back to my base here
This
after a
ain't
while.
exactly where I saw you.
Should we warn him about the Ashta?
Dang, I got another one. I've been finding just missions everywhere. Right now I'm trying to help basically a soup kitchen. They need their food from this place.
You better quit that before you hit something you'll regret.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it. I was on for, I don't know how long after I got done recording last night. 2, maybe 3 hours.
My
Mind the danger sign. Ashta will tear you apart if you
I
want.
didn't just really, like, I don't understand what's happening here. Good shot. I don't understand why it's doing this all of a sudden. It's freezing. Like, I don't know why. It's never done that before. Like, it started doing it yesterday. Like, it'll freeze for a second. It doesn't make any sense. Never done that before.
Keep it moving.
It started to tank my menus again. God, they need those. Those drivers, those NVIDIA drivers, they have got to get those out. They've got to.
If you ever find an old girl hunting the city god,
Like, it's doing it really bad. It just started it.
You heard of the Elios Retreat? It's supposed to be some
don't
new
get
age
that
healing
rich
center for
soon.
reforming criminals or whatever.
This means a
Going
great
up
deal
in
to
Excel
me
too.
and the
I'm not
community.
holding my breath.
Keep it up and we'll have to name something after you. The emergency fund's empty. So that is good news. What was the holdup anyway? It's good to know the Filburns are still faithful to the cause. I hate to ask it, but I do need more help. Everything runs on charity. And our benefactors, though kind, I think sometimes, well, get sick of seeing me. A new face may ease up the purse strings, or at least save me some errands. It's touch and go, sometimes. Pester too much, and they could turn their back on the project. Too little, and people suffer. So, the mayor, Elias Cartwright, has always been generous to us, but it's been a while since he's donated. Raisha Lands is a huge benefactor. Laredo Firearms has been vital for us. Both of those are routine, more polite reminders, really. The last is a long shot, probably futile. But the Trade Authority is incredibly wealthy, and they have never ever donated to us. If you could convince Duncan Lynch to give us anything, heck, a single credit even, I'd consider it a victory. You are a breath of fresh air. Once you're done with that, come back to me. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, it freezes. Like, I don't know what it's doing. Like, it didn't do this before. Trying to fiddle with the settings to see if I can get it to.
Used to be an actuary.
Yeah, dude, I installed the mod that I put it in the files where it's supposed to.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
It's supposed to enable DLSS, but it don't seem like it's holding. It was running fine for a couple days. The last couple times I played it, and now it's like running like crap again. Seems like none of the settings.
Looks like we got another off-worlder.
Hello there. So good to see you. Good to meet you, friend. Name's Elias Cartwright. I'm the mayor of Aquila City. Now, I've got a memory for faces, and I can't say I've seen yours around here before. I make it a point to introduce myself to everyone who passes through our fine city. As the founder himself once said, there's no substitute for a warm welcome and a friendly smile. Ah, that'd be Solomon Coe, who stuck a shovel in the ground right here over 160 years ago. That first settlement grew to become the city you see today. And let me tell you, it was no small hardship to make that dream a reality. Yes, indeed, this place has a proud and noble history. Why, for some of us, it's practically hallowed ground. That's why I like to meet each and every person who comes here, to make sure they know what a special place our city is. You're more than welcome. As I'm sure you know, us folk in the Freestar Collective put great stock in human kindness and generosity of spirit. I like to think that's what sets us apart from our neighbors in the United Colonies. We don't rely on machines or bureaucracy. We rely on each other. I won't pry about what brought you here. That's all of your business and none of mine. However, I'd be more than happy to give you the scoop about the core and Midtown. The core is the oldest district and represents the original settlement dating back to the days of Solomon Coe. The descendants of the original settlers still make their home there today. You've got a few choices there. The Cantina in the Rock is famed throughout the settled systems for serving the best brew that credits can buy. The hitching post ain't been open long, but most folks seem to like it. If you're looking for a quick drink before moving on, give it a try. Aggie's is a bit of an acquired taste, you might say. Folks who prefer a venue that's a little more rough and tumble tend to feel at home there. Like I said, lots of options. You really are new around here, aren't you? Aquila's every bit as dangerous as it is beautiful. There are creatures out there that pose a mortal danger to anyone caught out in the open. Foremost among them is the Ashtar. They're quick, strong, clever, and damn good hunters. I'd tell you more, but you might not sleep so good. Thankfully, the wall keeps them out. As long as you stay on the right side of it, you've got nothing to worry about. Ah, you must be referring to The Rock. It's home to the largest and oldest cantina in town. That's also where the Council of Governors holds its occasional strategy meetings. As mayor of the city, I have a seat on the council. The Freestar Rangers are headquartered in the upper floors. They've got the best view of the city. I like to think that means they're always keeping an eye on the rest of us. I have to say, I sleep a little easier knowing the Marshal and his Rangers are up there protecting the Freestar Collective. Midtown's where most of the business and trading gets done. It's not as old as the core, because it was built later as the city grew. As the name might suggest, Wallside's the district that runs along the inside of the Great Wall that surrounds the city. It's mostly farmers and other laborers that live down there. They ain't got quite as much space, but it's cheaper, so it all works out. What day is it? Oh, shoot! I forgot. I'll send over my usual monthly donation to Amira. She truly is a wonder. And with the building project her and Mr. Tate are planning, there may be a day when the stretch is a distant memory. Well, from me. Unlike the UC, we don't tax our people to death. The city's budget is very tight, so it falls to the community to look after its own. I'll talk with Amira later. I didn't mean to cause any problems. Between thwarting bank robberies and helping the stretch, you have the city's thanks. Truly. Have a wonderful visit.
Let me do this. Hold on a second. Let me restart the game real quick. Let's see if that helps. Cause I don't know, man. Like it's so weird. It was running really good and then it just kinda went again. They gotta release those drivers and it's not gonna fix everything, but it definitely helped. Definitely help. Oh man, I found out something earlier too. I was looking back at Cyberpunk, right? Because Phantom Liberty coming out, the 2.0 update and stuff. Dude, they jumped up the system specs for that game like super high. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm back, chat. I forgot to turn on the camera. Forgot I had it turned off. But yeah, they upped the system specs like freaking I think like medium specs is like an i5 13000 CPU. Shit, like it's some crazy shit.
Long way down.
Like it's seriously.
You could make it. Sure. Surviving it is another story.
It's some seriously messed up stuff. Like they really up the systems.
For you.
There's not enough to do around here.
I think you'll find that we carry fine weapons of all kinds here. Indeed. As a matter of fact, they're made in this very building. You're standing in the storefront of the Laredo Firearms Factory. I designed and manufactured every firearm for sale here. As such, I can offer you my personal assurance they're of the highest quality. When a CEO distances herself from the customers,
Yeah,
her
you should check
decision-making
out the
suffers.
specs.
Here I get to see what
It's
matters. What sells, what doesn't,
Now I don't know how it's gonna
and
run.
why. It's
It could
invaluable.
still run fine.
Plus,
But what
it's
people's
better than the
problems
endless
is
meetings.
The people that were playing the base game on lower spec systems and it was running fine, now they're worried it won't even run at all.
Oh. So Amira has some help? Good. She's going to work herself into an early grave if she's not careful. Laredo Firearms prides itself in helping out all the residents of Aquila City.
It's a lot.
I'll send Justin over to deliver our monthly donation. The trite answer would be a sense of civic responsibility. But the truth?
But yeah, it's
Guilt.
nuts.
To achieve the level of success I have, broken promises, neglected loved ones, and tough calls. Donations like this are a way of making amends. Well, if the Rangers think the Low House needs more help, I'll tell Amira that Laredo is ready to help the community more. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Right away.
Holy shit. Rear rifle.
So we had to clean up the graffiti on the range again. Why don't we just close it down?
Yeah, like, I don't know, dude. I think what I'm personally going to do is do the 2.0 update and load up Cyberpunk and see how it runs before I attempt anything with
How Akila
Phantom
City
Liberty.
reminds me of Neon, with the wealth planted in the middle
Aquila City
and
is
the poor
bustling.
at the
One
periphery.
of the busiest trade authority branches in the galaxy. I do have need of a courier. A simple job. The timetable isn't even an issue. But it requires discretion and no questions. That's a question, but it's a simple piece of paper. What's on the paper is for the recipient's eyes alone. We clear? Take this message to the Den. There's a trade authority rep there, Marcel. Just give the paper to him. If you could take a roundabout path to get there, that would be best. And that's the last we will speak of this.
okay.
Well, like the name says, we promote and facilitate interstellar trade. I won't bore you with all the minutiae and laws, contracts, regulations, and the like. What I will say is that a steady flow of goods and services from one place to another is vital to the stability and survival of the settled systems. A scarcity of resources would lead to unrest, anarchy, and maybe even war. Nobody wants that. I'm the local representative for the organization. In that capacity, I work with merchants and business people and local leaders to make sure trade flows regularly and efficiently to and from the city. With the long lag times of interstellar communication,
Yeah, I need
we
to make
wanted to
this
have someone
video.
here in person to talk face to face and make quick decisions. After all, the trade authority's
make
work
one
is
less.
vital to the continued growth and prosperity
I wouldn't film that.
of
great.
Aquila City. You'll see mission boards typically near starports throughout the settled systems, usually in a bar. Several companies and organizations utilize the mission boards to post one-off jobs for freelancers, like yourself, presumably. Got it. The Trade Authority The Trade Authority has a firm policy of not getting involved in internal matters. We're neutral in all affairs of the governments of the Freestar Collective and the United Colonies. The Trade Authority's image is doing quite well already. Thank you very much. I'm done discussing this matter. Nice to have some civilized conversation.
Wonder if I could have got a single credit from him. House of the Enlightened? What is this?
Anyone would want to live somewhere so old is beyond me.
House of Enlightenment is a place of rest and reflection. I'm asked this question more than any other. I'll do my best to explain. While we're different individuals, you and I are also members of a common species and a shared society. It's those bonds that make our growth and evolution as a people possible, both spiritually and intellectually. Together, we can share our burdens, learn from one another, and enrich each other's lives. In unity, we find both solace and strength. There's more to it, of course, but I find that some lessons are best learned on one's own. Not at all. We don't do that. Well, most of us don't. We prefer to let people find their own way to us, if that's the right path for them. I'm not here to make a sales pitch, just to inform and share. Having said all that, the Enlightened are always happy to welcome new members into our fellowship. May you walk in peace and friendship.
I was also watching somebody earlier play Lord of the Rings Online. Man, that brings back memories. So old school. When MMOs were just like...
People joke. Say those Varun zealots worship.
I sunk so many hours into that game when it came out. That's so frustrating that it's doing that.
Thank you for saving my husband. The Cartwrights have been... Don't let Raisha fool you. She built... And Raisha increased her donations. Substantially. Very substantially. I don't know what to say.
Like, if I wouldn't
No
have
word
joined
from the Trade
Freestar
Authority.
Rangers,
I'm
I wouldn't
sorry
have
I
had
even
that
asked.
ability.
I like to
get her
believe
to
everyone
increase
is
her
capable of
donation.
empathy and compassion, but people like Duncan test my faith. I didn't say that, but I'm not going to correct you. Anne Zara Philborn came by and told me what you did to help her. You fought Ashta, and you didn't even bother to mention it to me. You are... I just don't know what. Sarah Philborn gave me these credits to give to you for your help with the farm. You more than deserve it. Those credits are from the grateful Philborns, not me. And I wouldn't take a single one. You've earned it. I have one more thing for you to do. But I hope it's more of a reward. This is part of the Intellowit harvest. I'd like you to deliver it to Simone Jansen and her family. I want you to see the fruits of your labors.
Applying for a job.
Amira said to expect you. This wheat ensures my family won't go to bed hungry. I genuinely don't know what my family would do without Amira. And you have no idea how much it means. She does. Whether rain or shine, she's there for us. Always smiling. Always comforting. I didn't believe in saints before I got to Aquila City. But I do now. Over here in Aquila, it's humbling to see regular people just looking after us. On behalf of my family, of my daughter, bless you.
Good grief. Like, I don't know what it's doing. I need to save my skill points. For real. I don't really need the capacity thing yet. Yeah, I think we need to save it. God dang it, why? Save. I don't know why it's doing that. It's been acting dumb.
We should cut down on our meetings. That might help productivity.
Ethan handles all the orders.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fairly decent game here, but they have got to get some drivers out there. Look, I am one of those people, it's like, I don't need a game to run in 4K, 120 FPS, blah, 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 blah. Believe me, it looks just fine to me, but it's just the way it's running. Like, the way it's running is just crazy.
Let's be certain to stock up on some extra ammunition before we explore the wilderness around the city.
Hello there. So good to see you. I hope Aquila is treating you nicely. Frank's just the latest owner of the old Hassanov Manor, and he's the worst. Simply the worst. But it's been a problem since the Hassanov family ran out of heirs. There's no wrong that Cartwrights have been trying to right for decades. And hence, well, I need help. He's just another slick, rude, neon corporate hack, full of himself and just awful. I mean, the core is history itself. Cads like him don't belong here. I was right to talk to you about this. The last Hassanov was Sahar. Sad tale there. By all accounts, when she lost her last grandchild around 40 years ago, well, it broke her. She packed up and just plain left the estate. Built some farm far from Aquila City and the protection of its walls. It didn't take long before the Ashta overran the farm, and just like that, no more Hassanovs. The Hassanovs were one of the early families that took to making a living in space. Very industrious, mainly miners. They settled planetside in the earliest days of Aquila City. They helped good old Solomon Coe a time or two, but they didn't fare well living in full gravity after a couple of generations in zero-G. Lots of health issues. Eventually, a string of just terrible luck left only lonely old Sahar Hassanov. Poor lady. And those that were healthy kept leaving Aquila. The call of the stars. A lot of folks thought the same. So I need someone to go to the old Sahar farm, brave the Ashta, and see if she left a will. I swear I'll honor her wishes. Aquila owes her family that much. And if it happens to kick Mr. Big Shot out of the Corps, well, that'll be a bonus. Sahar left no heirs, no instructions, so everything the Hassanovs owned was in limbo. What happened to the estate? Well, you'd have to be a lawyer to make heads or tails of it. But eventually it wound up on the open market, so slick neon corporate shills could grace our community. If she named any heir, we could get the estate back where it belongs. See things made right. You are a blessing. Sahar's farm is elsewhere on the planet. If you can't handle Ashta, please just don't go. I don't want this whole sordid story to have more tragedy. Be careful, and look out for yourself.
Yeah, it's like the camera will turn, but my character's frozen in place.
Just keep your gun holstered during your stay.
Yeah, I tried using G-Force to optimize it. What it does is it tells me that I don't meet minimum requirements, but my settings were higher than the minimum.
I want to do your business quick. Here.
So it was kind of like, what?
Another day, another ship.
I gotta show you the ship I found. It's running worse now than it was.
Anything I can help you with? You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple. I'm sure you can find something you like.
Forgot what it's called. Where is it? Yeah, look at this thing. 2360 cargo capacity. Look at this monster. 380,000 credits. It's a Class C though, so I have to... Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I can do it real quick. I can shut the game down and go into G-Force and optimize it and see what it does. I mean, I can try it again. Like, it doesn't make any sense. There is a new driver. Well, alright, let's get this new driver. That just released today. It's Liza P, Mortal Kombat 1. There's also performance improvements for Starfield. Okay, okay. Here we go. Here we go. I didn't even get a notification today this popped up. Okay. We might be on to something. That was a good call. Because it usually tells me there's a new driver ready. I didn't get anything. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that was a good call. I should have checked before I started streaming, I guess, but I mean, I don't need the game to be, like I said, 120 FPS, 4K, blah, 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 blah. I just want the game to run, like, you know, smooth. Like, just run. Like, that hitching thing was, like, where I would stop, but I, like, you could see my map turning, but I wouldn't turn, and then I'd just, like, pop in. Like, that just started. I know, there's a decent game in there, it's just, yeah, there's some stuff that could be better. I'm not going to say it's like, I don't see it getting Game of the Year, but at the same time, I don't see Baldur's Gate 3 getting Game of the Year. I still think it's going to be Tears of the Kingdom. I still think that. I personally don't care what wins Game of the Year. It's just, if I had to bet, it's going to be Tears of the Kingdom. I just don't... This game's got too many problems right out of the gate. And then you've got... they were saying Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts isn't going to get it. Hogwarts, I don't even think that'll be a contender. Not that it's terrible or anything. I don't think... Baldur's Gate 3... Yeah, there's a lot of players and things like that, but you got to understand there's it's not for everybody. Like I said, I love RPGs, but I'm not like the last game I played that was like that was Dragon Age Origins, and I put a lot of time into that, but I just can't even, like, I just can't do all that tactical stuff anymore. It annoys me. If you like it, that's cool, though. But, yeah. I just don't see Baldur's Gate 3 getting it. I mean, right now, if I had to say what my idea for Game of the Year is going to look like, top 3 is Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3, and Starfield will be the top 3 contenders, and Tears of the Kingdom's going to get it. It's just, it's more accessible to everybody, and it just, like, Starfield's got too many technical issues going on. Baldur's Gate 3 just isn't for everybody, and neither is Tears of the Kingdom, don't get me wrong, but that build mode they did in Tears of the Kingdom, there's some crazy shit in that. So, alright, I'll be right back. Let's let this thing install. Nah, Cyberpunk won't get it. It's just an expansion. Cyberpunk won't get Game of the Year. I mean, there's like some categories like MMO. World of Warcraft Dragonflight's gonna get that. Driving game, probably that. Forza Motorsport. Things like that. But gosh, hold on, my kid needs me. One sec.